I mean, when you've achieved what he's achieved, you've made that kind of money.
And obviously, it's a tragic incident. 2 people have lost their lives. It's a horrific.
Nigerian police detained the driver of the vehicle involved in the Lagos highway smash, in which 2 people were killed, and boxer Anthony Joshua was.
The boxing world was left completely stunned when Anthony Joshua announced his retirement. The reaction across the sport says it all. Fans, fighters, and insiders were caught off guard, struggling to process that one of the biggest names and most gifted heavyweights of this generation may be walking away. This decision goes far beyond wins and losses. It speaks to survival, mental well-being, and the powerful effect of life-changing events that happened outside the ring. For Joshua, this moment is about more than boxing. It is about protecting his future and recognizing that life can shift in an instant.
Maybe he don't want to be in boxing anymore.
Dominic Engel reminds everyone in boxing that life will always be bigger than sport. Anthony Joshua's retirement is not simply about leaving competition behind. It comes after deep personal loss and surviving a life-altering accident. Engel makes it clear that fame, championship belts, and money hold no value when compared to human life. His message encourages fighters and fans to step back and remember what truly matters beyond the ropes.
It's just a sport. Boxing sport is not more important than life. It's not. It's a sport. Put it in perspective. Who cares whether he carries on boxing? That's not the thing. Human lives have been lost. You can never. You can't get them back. It's priceless. You can't get it back. What does boxing matter? It don't matter one bit. That's what I'm saying to you. It's like, but sometimes you get these reality.
Duke McKenzie confirms what many supporters have quietly feared. Anthony Joshua appears to be moving closer to officially ending his boxing career. This is not a rushed or emotional choice. It comes from experience, self-awareness, and understanding the limits of his own body. Joshua is taking time, weighing his options carefully, and showing that even the greatest champions must know when it is time to protect their health and their future.
I'm sure of that. And he's not a silly man. He's not. And I would envisage over the next few months, he will announce.
Eddie Hearn focuses on the physical truth behind Anthony Joshua's decision. This is not only a mental call. It is about his body, his health, and the damage that builds up after years in the ring. Ongoing injuries and constant wear have played a major role. Stepping away now shows maturity and long-term thinking, choosing well-being over chasing more titles. Boxing respects toughness, but life must always come first.
His body, I mean, that, I wasn't being facetious before, but you never know the landscape of this, but more likely he's thought this is a good time to bow out or got a few niggles. And
Spencer Oliver explains why Anthony Joshua's retirement creates such a huge gap in the sport. It is not just about knockout power or selling fights. It is about his personality, his presence, and the commitment he brings every time he steps into the ring. Joshua's influence reaches far beyond boxing matches. His energy and character inspire fans and fighters alike. His absence will be strongly felt, reminding everyone that a true character of the sport is stepping aside.
Not just that he's a big personality and he sells fights so well and he's a big character, and the press conferences, the build-up to fights and what he delivers in the ring. The guy is a serious talent, and he'll be missed when he's...
Gareth Davies sheds light on the personal losses behind Joshua's decision. Losing 2 close friends and key members of his team is devastating. It does not just hurt emotionally. It removes an important support system that fighters rely on. Retirement for AJ is not just leaving boxing. It is taking time to heal mentally, emotionally, and spiritually after tragedy. This shows how life outside the ring can shape even the greatest fighter's path.
If he's got these guys with him as part of his team, they're close aides, close friends. He's going to have lost 2 very close friends, 2 members of his team who are part of his mental, psychological, and spiritual scaffolding. He will have to recover from this in all those ways, as well as...
Eddie Hearn places Joshua's retirement in a wider perspective. This is as much about mental health as physical condition. Years of pressure, massive fights, and recent traumatic events can weigh heavily on anyone. Titles and fame cannot fix that damage. AJ's experience reminds us that champions are human too. Choosing to step away takes courage, especially when it means putting health ahead of belts, money, or public demand.
All these mental health problems, struggle.
Carl Frock highlights the mixed opinions surrounding Anthony Joshua's retirement. Some believe it could be a smart financial or strategic decision. Others see it as a deeply personal choice, shaped by trauma and loss. When you consider AJ's accident, the passing of close friends, and the mental strain involved, stepping away makes sense. No matter the reason, this decision has shaken boxing and sparked debate about whether it is a planned move or a heartfelt goodbye.
I'm not sure if it's genuine. Maybe it is, but I don't know what he's going to do now he's retired. But the fact of the matter is, he's announced his retirement. He's either trying to leverage for more money, putting himself in position, so he's got people begging for him to come out, or he's actually genuinely going to retire. Not sure what he's going to do.
Johnny Nelson brings perspective to the conversation. Anthony Joshua's retirement is not really about fights or fame. It is about valuing life after facing serious tragedy. Losing close friends and surviving a major accident forces both AJ and the boxing world to reflect. Nelson reminds everyone that titles, rivalries, and money fade, but life does not. This moment stands as a powerful reminder that human life is more important than any victory in the ring.
It's just sad. It just makes you realise how valuable life is and how things can change in a heartbeat. So when we talk about fights and we talk about beefs and these things are just nothing when it comes to real life and losing a life. So it was a sad thing to hear, a sad thing to see. God knows how it'll affect those that saw it mentally, emotionally. But you've got to think about these two men who were somebody's child, someone's brother. And that's what you've got to think about, those people that have lost.
John Fury's words reflect the relief and gratitude felt throughout boxing. Anthony Joshua surviving such a frightening accident matters more than any championship. Fury's message celebrates life itself, reminding fighters and fans that health and safety always come before competition. This moment shows AJ as more than a champion. It reveals the emotional weight of recent events and explains why stepping away from boxing may be the right choice.
You're one lucky lad. God bless you, man. I'm glad you're alive again. Shocked me, it has. Terrible. Anyway, good luck everybody and try and enjoy the new year.
Pain Game focuses on the physical reality behind Joshua's retirement. Living through a serious accident leaves long-term effects, even for someone used to punishment. Recovery is not only about the body, it also affects the mind and emotions. This perspective reminds fans that retirement is not weakness. It is a responsible decision that allows AJ to protect his health and move forward safely after a life-altering experience.
It's such a severe car accident there. All right, he's lucky enough to still be alive, but fuck me, his body must be going through a lot right there. This is not a man who winces in pain easily, right? He gets punched for a living. And obviously, you're supposed to take people out of car accidents like that with great care because...
Eddie Hearn highlights the human side of Anthony Joshua's life, far removed from spotlight, money, and fame. After such a devastating accident, the focus cannot remain on belts or future fights. It must shift to healing, support, and the people around him. Hearn stresses the duty of family and team to make sure AJ receives proper medical care and emotional help. This moment goes beyond boxing. It is about protecting someone who survived a near-death experience and lost close friends. The tragedy reveals how vulnerable even elite athletes can be and reminds fans that behind every fighter is a human being facing life-altering events. Right now, AJ's priority is survival, recovery, and rebuilding, showing that no belt or paycheck can replace safety, care, and the love of family and close allies.
Be there for them and the family, anything they need. Sometimes when someone is a star, they have a lot of things in their life taken care of for them. So you really have to move into that mode in this situation as well. Make sure, obviously, they're getting the best medical attention, make sure their family are safe and happy and all that.
Gareth A. Davies provides insight into Anthony Joshua's mindset and the debate surrounding his recent fights. He explains that AJ's choices are thoughtful and planned, even under heavy pressure and public criticism. The Jake Paul fight sparked strong opinions, with some calling it reckless. Davies points out the real physical dangers involved, including Paul's jaw injury, which shows how intense and risky boxing can be. Despite the noise, Joshua stayed calm, professional, and respectful, traveling abroad to handle commitments while still putting safety and long-term strategy first. This reflects AJ's balance as both a global star and a human being, managing expectations, health, and responsibility to his team with discipline.
I think, in fact, it's some very interesting and germane points you make there in this moment, Raheem. That I think what I've noticed, that obviously there were a kind of panoply of opinions about him fighting Jake Paul to take it back a week and a half. I mean, I was critical of that fight being signed, first of all, because I worried about the dangers for Jake Paul. He got his jaw broken at the end of the day, and kind of used the scars as a flag in his new moon, delusionally optimistic, in his words, as he is about these things. So Anthony Joshua went to America a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, played the role which he needed to play, was very classy.
Alexander Usyk's response highlights the deep personal loss behind AJ's public image. Losing two close friends and team members in the accident has a serious impact on Joshua's mental and emotional state, not just his physical recovery. Usyk's message of sympathy shows the unity within the boxing community and the importance of support during life-changing moments. This reminds fans that champions are not immune to pain and loss. AJ's road ahead will require strength, healing, and resilience beyond boxing. The focus now is recovery, remembrance, and honoring those who were lost, reinforcing that life is bigger than the sport.
Alexander Usyk said, "This is an unbelievable loss. Sinna at Latif are two incredible people who were not only part of AJ's team, but also friends. My sincere condolences to their families, loved ones, and everyone who knew them. Anthony Joshua, wishing you a speedy recovery."
Ryan Garcia's reaction shows how deeply Joshua's accident affected the boxing world. As a fellow fighter, Garcia understands how fragile life can be and how quickly everything can change. AJ's near-fatal experience and the loss of close friends highlight the thin line between sport and life. Garcia's words remind everyone that behind the headlines and victories are real people facing real danger. This moment brings fighters and fans together in concern, respect, and hope for AJ's full recovery, proving that empathy goes beyond competition. Showbiz the Adult discusses the accident carefully, stressing the uncertainties surrounding the crash while making it clear how serious the situation was. The focus remains on facts, caution, and respect for those involved.
Joshua's SUV struck the stationary truck. So I just want to give you guys the breaking news. Unfortunately, Anthony Joshua was involved in a car accident in Nigeria. Prayers to Anthony.
Anthony Joshua's retirement and the shocking accident have left the boxing world struggling to believe what has happened. It is a powerful reminder that even the strongest athletes can face unimaginable challenges, from physical recovery to the emotional pain of losing close friends. AJ's journey now reaches far beyond titles and fights. It is about healing, strength, and recognizing how fragile life can be. Fans and fellow fighters continue to watch closely, sending support and prayers. What do you think Anthony Joshua's next step will be? Do you believe he will ever return to the ring? Or is this truly the end of an era? Share your thoughts below and pass this video along to honor AJ's legacy.